Hey, Shalom. I'm the brother Amon from the DC camp. We always give all praises to the Most High and His Son, which in the Hebrew is call, which is all, halal, praise. Well, you can use halalim, praises. Two, which is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. Yahweh being the Most High, and then Yahushai being His Son, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All praises to them for the truth, who chose the elders of Israel, the vessels, the elder vessels, to teach us, though honestly they're elders. And shalom to the brothers out there that sojourn in the truth with us, pushing week out and week in, whatever. But today's topic is going to be about the curses, because we had a guy come up to the camp on Saturday, and he couldn't get the curses, but he had everything else as far as this world. And the brothers I know had to put out a great point. All these people know is this world, so they can see Esau's veil, but they can't see Yahweh by Shem Yahushai curses, But with that, because in Romans the 2nd chapter it talks about the law is spiritual, and the curses are spiritual too. What do you have? Hey, well, that's crazy. Because what's the opposite of a curse? It's a blessing. The law, statutes, and commandments, they're blessings. Because they're for life. But the curses are against life. But this real fast is Romans 2 verse 14. When the Gentiles which have not the law, right? The Gentiles naturally, if they didn't read it, they don't have the law. They don't have the law. If they don't, they don't know they're Israelites, how are they going to know they got a law unto themselves? Do by nature the things contained in the law. So what do you have? Some jakes, like their meat all the way cooked. Some jakes naturally don't have relations with women that have a man already. Some jakes, which the jakes are consisting of Negroes, Latinos, and so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and Native Americans, and people that have a ear for the truth, that their spirit is sparked when they hear the truth and they feel alive. Do by nature the things contained in the law. These having not the law are a law unto themselves. What do they say? I believe in God. I believe that he just wants us to do right by people, right? So that's a law unto themselves. They didn't necessarily read the scriptures and be like, yo, I just treat thy neighbor as thyself. They didn't necessarily read that, but they try to help Jake out. One time I was broken down on the side of the road, and I was pushing. I had a van at the time, and I was pushing the van, and this Jake came out of nowhere and just started helping me out. And I was just like, yo, that's what's up. Call out Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. But yeah, that the Lord sent him. But Jake out there, there's some Jakes that actually try to do good, to them by themselves. According to their knowledge, but they have, by nature, they just try to do the right thing, like human nature, shit like that. But man, let me see something. Yeah, well, I'll read it. This is Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin, right? You know, the law itself is spiritual, you know. There's certain things you got to do to it's crazy, man. It's crazy because the law promotes life, which the curses promotes death, you know. And everything's, you know how I just thought about the brother Pashai, and the scriptures is all 360, man. It goes out and it comes right back, you know. It comes like that's a 360. Because with the curses, man, you know, let's get some of them. Oh, wait, well, I'm right here, so I'm gonna read this. Deuteronomy 28 and 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Amen. One thing that brothers is big on is the environment we live in, you know, and the environment you live in. What it consists of, besides food, because I'm thinking about it now. Well, you know, because mainly the food, water, and the soil, the air, and if, hey man, you want to just get into the elements, the fire, everything is contaminated, you know. And for the most part, these things in our environment helps us strive, live longer. You know, the foods that we eat, the way we carry ourselves. You know, if you live in an environment where you live in the ghetto, and there's not a lot of healthy food spots. There's nothing but like fried foods and bread and cheese, like pizza and shit. All that food is just meant to destroy you. And they use a lot of ingredients to where it's been processed 2 or 3 times. You know. It probably been made in China, then shipped to like the Philippines, to be processed, and then it's shipped to America or some crazy stuff like that. Cause that's what actually happens, you know. Yeah, you get a trembling heart, you know. Yeah, you live in the hood. The hood, there's not a lot of exercise equipment around. There's not a lot of healthy restaurants to eat at. There's not a lot of, the supermarket doesn't even sell a lot of healthy stuff. And if it is healthy, a lot of people don't buy it because they don't have any knowledge of what to eat. That's why the law is spiritual, man. It's so spiritual because the law promotes life. They tell you not to eat certain foods because it's unclean, because it's poisonous. You know, shrimps, crab, lobster, pork, you know, that stuff is just poison and toxic for our bodies. So that's why these people under the curses. And you see it in Jake, man. You see it in Jake. They just be so pissed off, and it seemed like they be pissed off for no reason. But the reason why they're so pissed off is because of the curses. The curses is upon them. Hey, yeah. Well, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. That was not it. But basically it was saying, wherever you go, it shall cleave unto you, not a pestilence, but the pestilence. Well, I'm going to start here. I think it's right here. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 24. The Lord shall make the rain of the land powder and dust from heaven. Salakia. Okay. Let me read that again. The Lord shall make the rain from the land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. And we're being smitten before our enemies, man. You know, Jake likes to, people like to pull out their phones when there some dramatic things are happening. And they put it all on the news and social media for other people to see. And yeah, man, shit. So now we're being smitten in front of not only our enemies but also Israel. You know, and this Jake's butt has not stopped been getting kicked ever since they came over here. But yet they still love it here. But yet, you know, like they be calling a lot of so-called Judites, a lot of so-called black men, like angry all the time. Like, why are you so angry? Like, some people will say they good, but they don't really know what's, they don't really understand what's going on. Like, why they say they good, but subconsciously their mind is warped. You know, if you ever had like a hot piece of metal, like it's really hot, or like, you know what, pans. Like maybe you got like a thin frying pan, and you heat that frying pan up, and if you rapidly cool that pan, what the pan will start to do is will warp, right? So it will, instead of it being flat, it will start to warp. You know, it will start to mess up. You know, and you have to then when you sit the pan down, there'll be like a bulge at the bottom of it. You know, a bulge or whatever, however the pan may shift. But the point of the matter is the pan's messed up because that rapid cooling, it warps it and messes up the pan. So that's how Jake mind is right now. It's all warped. It's messed up. It's out of shape. You know, to bring it back into shape is to come to the scriptures. But I'm looking for enemies. Okay, let me read it again. 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them. And shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Hey man, shit. Jake be on the run, and you come into this world one way, and then you be just catching so much hell. It's like you trying to run from everything, and and that's just the way it is, man. You know, sometimes Jake's be getting caught up with tickets and stuff like that, so they'll catch a charge in one state and they'll flee to another state, and then mess up out there, so they got to go somewhere else. And thy carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the air. Nah, that's not it neither, man. I thought. Give me 1 second. Wow, it's right here. Deuteronomy 28 and 21. The Lord will make the pestilence cleave unto thee. And right now, well, hey, that's crazy, because I was just going into the food. The pestilence, man, Esau literally puts this stuff in the slums specifically to mess up Jake. Hey man, that goes to show you, man, his trickery is crazy. Because here it is, you'll try, Jake be trying to do good, they trying to go get a job. Well, maybe they might have a job, they're trying to keep the job. Maybe they're trying to get a new job. Jake got bed bugs, Jake ain't eating right, Jake's messed up, the funds is low, car payments, or maybe a car note is due, or maybe you got a bunch of tickets, or maybe you may have got flashed by the camera, so now you owe the state money, but yet you didn't have money to pay for it because the car is acting up, so you got to put money into that. And then your mom might be dying, might be sick, so she needs pills, but yet you're trying to keep a job, or maybe you're trying to get a new job, and and you just, there's so much stuff you're going through, and like, and then something happens at work, or maybe it's, during the day, and you just snap, you know. And then people will be like, oh, black, so-called black people are angry all the time. Well, that's because we're under the curses. The curses are spiritual, man. Hey, man, and that's how you can tell Jake. Just heavy laden curses on him. The brothers was talking about child support last night, and one of the brothers has mentioned his manager. His manager, one of the brothers' manager, was getting taken to court for child support. The man had his daughter and all that, but they still had the man give the woman money. Yo, bro, that's when I was just like, yeah, fuck this place. Fuck this place. That's fucked up. And I was just like, yo, bro, that man might be a Jake, bro. Here it is, the man, he got his child, taking care of the child, and then living with him. But yet, you got to give this bitch money, man. Forget this place, man. Deuteronomy 28:21, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. So wherever you go, that's what I was looking for. Wherever you go, these curses are going to cleave unto you. Hey, you know what's funny? And you could battle it, because one thing